Hi everyone, welcome back to Dashworthy Yoga with Heather. I have a very special class with you today with the theme of surrendering. So we're going to be getting into our hips, releasing there, also into our shoulders a bit, and just letting go of anything that is holding us back, making us feel heavy. So I invite you to roll out your mat and join me for a nice grounding class today. So to start, we're just going to sit in a nice, easy seat, sitting cross-legged if you'd like, and you have a block at home, you can lift your hips with a block, come into hero pose. I always invite you to make this practice your own, and just start by closing your eyes. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Let's start to notice and tune into your breath. Breathe in, fill up your belly, feel your hand lift. Exhale, empty out all the way. Let out all of the air from your belly. Again, inhale, fill the belly, then the chest. Exhale, empty the belly, empty the chest. Again, inhale, belly. Then chest. Exhale, empty the belly. Empty the chest. Inhale in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Out. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And seal your lips, find your Ujjayi breath for our practice. Inhaling through the nose. And out through the nose. Just taking a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe you came just to surrender. And flutter your eyes open. Bring your hands to your knees. And let's take some seated cat and cows. So inhale, bring the chest forward, shine the heart forward. And then exhale, round the spine, get long in your neck. Over exaggerate that arch in your chest. Really making that movement from the middle upper thoracic spine. And then go the other direction, counterclockwise. Root your sit bones into the earth. Make this feel good in your body. Always listening to your body first and foremost in this practice. Inhale, rise back up to center. Exhale, just fold forward, walk your hands forward. And think about engaging your Mula Bandha and your Uddiyana Bandha. That's your root and that bandha that goes all the way around your center core line, so that you can suck everything into the center line. Core is engaged. And creep the fingers forward as you fold. 2 rounds of breath here. Roll out your jaw, relax your face. Hug the muscles in the back of your throat as you exhale. Heat your breath. Walk the fingertips back in. Come back up. And come to your tabletop posture. So coming onto all fours here. Shoulder stack over the wrists. Hip stack over the knees. Take 2 rounds of cat-cow. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, round the spine. Press the ground away. One more round. Meet back in center. And then just tilt your right hip and right shoulder over to the side. Make a crescent shape with your right side body. Just keep stretching deeper with each breath. And now move it to the other side. Hip and shoulders lean to the left. Even get a stretch in your neck. Back to center. Curl the toes under, lift the hips, find your first downward facing dog. Izzy, where's your down dog? You're on my yoga mat, silly girl. Maybe you crawl over your pets. If you practice with pets at home, you know what I'm talking about. One of the fun things of practicing at home is having your pet there for your yoga practice, right? They love to play with us. Find your down dog, walk it out. Take a few breaths to just warm up the spine, the hamstrings, the calves. And find some stillness with your heels to the earth. And tippy-toe your feet to find the front of your mat into a forward fold. Keep your feet about hip-width distance. And then for this one, let's interlace the hands behind the back of the head. And again, think about engaging that Mula Bandha up to your Uddiyana Bandha. So we're sucking in, like for a Mula Bandha, if you haven't heard that cue, it's like you have to go to the bathroom and you have to hold it. Kind of weird, but it's a good way to think about it. And then the Uddiyana Bandha is going to wrap all the way around your belly button, around your spine and the back. So you're really pulling everything into the center line. Just nod your head yes and no, let it go. And then bring your big toes together to touch. And then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Keep the grip on the back of your head till we find our standing pose. And then just lean it back. Back bend. Surrender. And then find your standing. Reach your arms all the way up. And then hands will come to your heart center. Check back in with that intention. Let's take a cleansing breath together. Inhale, fill up to the crown of your head. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Seal the lips, Ujjayi breath. Flutter your eyes open, arms come by your side. Inhale, reach out and up. Then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, plant your palms, come down all the way to your belly. Isabella, I might have to ask you to move off of my yoga mat. Just to the side here a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, there you go. Belly rub. Belly rub. Somersault action off the mat. You're a good girl. Thank you. Sorry about that. We're going to come all the way down to the mat to lay onto our bellies. And come onto one cheek. And then tense your fingers just outside of where your upper ribs would be. Notice how I almost look like I have my chaturanga arms here. Shoulders are down my back, away from my ears. I'm going to look forward and inhale, lift the heart, peel the chest away from the ground. Baby cobra. Exhale, left cheek comes to the mat. Again, inhale, rise. Exhale, right cheek to the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left cheek to the mat. One more breath. And exhale, right cheek to the mat. Hands come closer in toward your ribs. Curl the back toes under. Gaze comes forward. Press the ground away and find your downward facing dog. Maybe find your alignment back on your mats. Let's inhale together, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, reach your right toes high to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take some circles here. Really wind it out. If you've been sitting all week, this is a great way to release your hips. Maybe take some circles with your ankles. And then inhale back to three-legged dog. And exhale, step the foot forward. Find your low lunge and bring your back knee down to the mat. Square the hips and bring your hands to your hips and rise on up for low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, get long. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your head, lean it back. Surrender the weight of your head into your hands. Find that core engagement. Get a nice stretch in that left hip. Heart pulls forward. One more breath. And then exhale, come back down, plant your palms, curl the back toes under. Step back to your high plank. Let's hold the high plank for a round of breath here, get strong. And then exhale, shift forward an inch, lower only halfway, chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog, flip onto the tops of your feet, heart shines forward and up. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Take some circles here. Always just see what your body's looking for. What does it ask? Stopping anywhere you notice some tightness, working it out. Inhale, lift that leg high. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Come down to the back knee. Square the hips. Hands come to your hips. And inhale, reach out and up. Get long. And then interlace the hands behind your head. Lean it back. Surrender your heart up to the sky. One more round. Plant the palms, step back to your high plank, shift forward an inch, lower halfway with control. Inhale to your up dog, exhale to your down dog. Inhale, fill up with fresh breath. Open mouth, exhale. Tippy toe the feet to the top of the mat. And then roll up one vertebrae at a time to standing. Shoulder roll at the top. And then we're going to come into our Natarajasana dancer pose. So for this, we do very much have to surrender. We're opening through the collarbones. The hips are really stretched. And we really want to even open our back to bending here. So we'll show you that. We're going to root in through the left foot. Bring your left arm up to the sky. Right hand out to the side. Bring your foot to the, grab the inside of your right foot. And then inhale, reach forward as you start to kick in the leg. Find that point of balance. Maybe gaze at something that isn't moving. You can bend slightly in this left knee. Find your edge. And then rise back up. Lower with control. Shake it out. Let that go. One side might be a little different than the other. It's okay. And we're going to root into the right foot. Right arm comes up to the sky. Left hand grabs to the inside of the left foot. And then kick that foot slightly into the left hand. Just keep the hips and shoulders squared. And lower with control. Breathe, smile. Release. And rise back up. Let that go. Shake it out. We're going to find our camel pose. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Plant your palms, come onto your knees. Knees are about hip width distance here. Please square the hips and plant your hands to your low back, fingers point down. Shimmy the shoulders down your back, away from your ears. And then press the hips forward, lower back with control. If you could see back behind you, grab for your opposite ankles and keep pressing the hips forward. Lifting through the heart. And rise up with control. Lower back to sit on your heels. Hands can come to your thighs. Just take a few neck rolls. Nice and easy. Stopping anywhere you feel tension. And just breathe. And then spread the knees wide. We're going to find our child's pose. So bring your forehead down to the earth. And just surrender. Sit back on your heels. Let gravity do the work here. Rock left to right. Give your third eye center a little massage. Come back up onto your hands and knees and roll over to a seat. Reach your legs out in front of you, toes point up to the sky. Get long in your spine. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And then exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana, releasing your lower back. Maybe you start with bent knees here. And think about that Mula to Uddiyana Bandha engagement to really keep the center core line engaged. Breathe, fill that belly. It's a great time to get back in sync with your breath. Beauty of our Vinyasa practice, syncing breath to movement in our yoga flow. We make this a moving meditation, keeping you here in this moment. Release for one more round of breath. And then rise back up with control. Bring your right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Twist over to the right, left hand comes to the right knee, right hand reaches back behind you, and then reach up and over toward your left toes. Maybe you stay here in the side stretch, or you could grab all the way for those left toes. Even using this grip to twist open to the right. Rise back up. And then we're going to twist over our right shoulder to find pigeon pose facing the back of the mat. So our right knee is bent. Square off the hips so they're neutral and facing the back of your mat. And find your placement here. Look over your right shoulder. Check that your other leg is pointed straight back. And then square the hips, lift up out of the hips, bring the torso high. And then exhale, fold forward over this front leg. Find complete surrender here. We often hold a lot of emotion in our hips. This is a great pose to just let it go. It's okay to cry in pigeon. I've cried in many a pigeon. We're really releasing that fascia, letting things go. Roll the jaw, release the tension in your face. Walk the hands in. Rise and lift. We can take this one step deeper, either stay right here. If you'd like to try adding a little quad stretch, make this into a mermaid. So we're going to bend in the left knee, grab for the inside of that left foot, and then either keep it here, square our shoulders back to the front of the mat, the back of the mat, or we could bring that foot to our elbow, maybe stay here. Furthest mermaid expression, grabbing the grip, flipping it around, and squaring off. One more breath. And then release here. And then we're going to turn back around to sit on this right hip. Twist back to come to the front of your mat. And then bring this left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Right hand comes to the outside of this left thigh. You guys are doing great. And then reach your left hand up and over for the right foot. Side body stretch. You're doing great too, Izzy. Rise back up. And then twist over your left side to find pigeon facing the back of the mat. Check over your left shoulder. This right leg is straight back behind you. Square off the hips. Lift up out of the hips. And then fold it forward. Find your surrender on this side. These grounding, still postures that we hold a little longer can bring up some thoughts, emotions. See if you can stay in the moment and let anything else that doesn't pertain to right now just pass you by. Don't get caught in the thought spiral. And if you do, just come back to your breath. Yoga gives you the permission to not multitask. Just breath and movement. That's the only multitasking they want you to do right here. One more round of breath. Let go. Walk the hands back in. And then rotate back over your right shoulder to face the front of the mat. And then we'll sit up straight once more. Arms reach out long. And then roll onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. Keep your core engaged. See how slow you can move. Find your back. And then we'll find our bridge pose, the first round of our back bends. Take 2 rounds, so we're warming the spine up for our full wheel here. So for bridge pose, walk the feet in to bend the knees, walk the feet in about hip width distance. And inhale, press the ground away, lift the hips, interlace the hands behind your back, lift the heart, breathe. Soften the glutes. And then lower with control. Knock the knees together to touch. Bring one hand to your heart, one to your belly. Let it go. And then we'll take one more round. If that felt perfect and on your edge for you, you could go back to bridge. You're more than welcome to just stay right here. If you're kind of done, you're ready for Savasana already. Otherwise, we have one more round. We're going to push ourselves one last time in this practice to come into our full wheel pose. So knees are bent once again. Hands this time are coming by our ears. Fingers point down toward our shoulders. And then inhale, come to the crown of your head. And then exhale, press the ground away. Lift the hips. Full wheel. Keep your thighs parallel. Press your heart up and back. Then lower with control. Let that go. Finding your belly, finding your heart. And then just windshield wipe the legs, left to right. Let go of your lower back. Come back to center. Inhale, bring your right knee up to your shoulder. Extend the left leg long. And then guide your knee over to the left. Bump your hips to the right. Stack your right hip over the left here. And then reach your right arm out to the side. Get a nice supine twist. Breathe here. Let it go. Inhale back to center. Both knees in. And then extend the right leg long, left knee pulls into the chest. And guide that knee over to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center, both knees to the chest. And then find your happy baby, bend into the knees. Grab for the outside edges of your feet. And you can rock left to right. Extend one leg and then the other. Final stretch for those hammies. And then bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Come into the tightest ball of practice. Deepest breath. Inhale, fill up. A little more. And then open mouth, exhale. Let it out. Let it out. Final resting posture. Shimmy the shoulders. Just find your comfortable position. And think about completely melting into the earth, starting with the crown of your head, then your forehead. Melt to your eyes, your tongue, your jaw, your throat. Melt your chest, your heart, your belly. Melt your pelvis, your thighs, your shins, your feet and your toes, all the way to the bottoms of your feet. Enjoy this moment of peace and relaxation. I'll let you know when to come back. Savasana. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Nod your head left to right. Just need your hands up and overhead like you're getting up first thing in the morning. Full body stretch. And then come on to one side. Doesn't matter which one, whichever your favorite side is, bend into the knees. And just rest here for a moment in gratitude in our fetal posture. A symbol of new beginnings. This moment is a new moment. It could be anything you want it to be. And press the ground away. Come up to a comfortable seat, just like we started our practice. This time, sit with the opposite leg in front than you normally do. Let's challenge our comfort zone. Get unattached to what we're used to. Try new things. And sit up tall. Maybe you feel a little taller than before, more spacious. And then bring our hands to our heart center. Press your thumbs into your heart. Feel your heartbeat. And let's take a cleansing breath to close out our practice together. Inhale, fill up to the crown of your head. Open mouth, exhale. Sigh it out. I thank you for joining me on your mat today, for committing to this beautiful practice and sharing that beautiful love and light that will radiate out from you after this practice with everyone you come into contact with. It's been a pleasure guiding you through. When we are in this place of peace together, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure again guiding you, and I hope to see you next time.